So yeah, you can see in here we're getting quite a bit of beans, and I like to trellis them long ways because it's easier to see through. You can see what kind of beans you got, whereas the Johnny Seed one, you couldn't really see what you had. Everything was kind of leaning towards the inside. Look at him. But this is where it's good having two people too, because you still miss them. But we'll just go ahead and freeze these and have plenty of beans for a while. These are the Blue Lakes. We like how the Blue Lakes grow. They're pretty hardy in zone 5. They do well in cool weather and the hot weather too, so it's decent. We'll probably get a few quarts of beans. And we like freezing all these because canning just takes a lot of extra time. A lot more time than I really want to spend on it. I like things pretty easy. Now when you're picking these, you know that they're ready when they look like this. You can start to see the beans on the inside, and they're pretty firm. Good example of one that's not ready is something it's like this. It's still pretty soft, it's fairly short, but these you can really see the veins in here, and so they're really close to getting ready to, well, they're ready to be picked. So if you can see in here, if you have a hard time finding where the beans are, they like to grow in, I call them little groups here, kind of like a squad, like 5 or 6 beans. But just like cherry tomatoes, they branch out and they start growing their own little group right here. So once you find one, you usually find yourself a whole bunch. I mean, you have your occasional random stragglers, like right here. That's a random one, but they all pretty much grow in groups. So that's the easy way to look for them. Just look for one and then you usually find more. So if you're wondering how I made this trellis, I just, we've got the raised bed down here made out of the wood, and I just took regular 1/2-inch electrical conduit, metal electrical conduit, and just screwed it right in the side with pipe clamps, and then just took string, like you might be able to see, but see that string right there? Just took that string and we put one going across the bottom, and then just looped it back and forth, up and down. Alright, so we got a decent amount of beans for the first harvest for just an 8-foot trellis. Probably have like one, maybe 1.5 harvests left. So, but anyways, what I'm just going to do is just take these inside, clean them, and I like to do this while I'm picking them off, but if you can see, that's a nice clean cut right there. Sometimes you can't get it off, sometimes they look like that, but you just go ahead and dehead them or pick those off before you freeze them, and wash them, and you are good to go. Alright, well, the tomatoes are close to the end. These were all determinate tomatoes as well, except my cherry tomato. Look at that sucker. That thing, if I started trellising that fully up, this would have been 10 feet tall. Isn't that super cool? This is organic and everything, and it'd have been 10 feet tall. See how the roamers are doing. The roamers were having a good old time. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. These are small little ones. These are from Johnny Seeds as well, but you don't need huge ones. We like to blanch them, take the skins off, and freeze them as well, instead of canning them. You know, the only problem with freezing is, oh, see, there's another blossom end rot. The only problem with the freezing is you need a nice size freezer, which we do. We have a nice size freezer. We just got an upright freezer, and it's fairly energy efficient. And my solar panels are kind of compensating for the energy that they're using. Let's try aroma here. It's kind of soft and dirty. That's a sweet tomato. That's a really sweet tomato for being aroma. Go me. Well, if you can tell by comparison of how the tomatoes are doing, these are doing really well. Now these buckets, these are the ones I got from Dollar Tree as well. They work great with the rain gutter system. You know, there's no issue. There's a constant supply of water. But I'm going to change this up a little bit next year. I'm going to put a stopcock on there and everything. But yeah, they're looking nice. This system is very low maintenance. The only thing you have to really watch out for are your mosquitoes with the sitting water, which is doing okay. So I'm definitely inclined to continue this system a little bit more. So looks like I need to fill up this water container here because this is dry. Maxie, you want tomato? Spock, you want tomato, but you don't really eat it. Maxie will eat it. Look at that. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed my garden vlog today, and you know the drill. Hit your thumbs up button and stay tuned for more.